The purpose of this video is to increase your chances of passing your driving test. I want to clearly explain what I'm expecting in the areas of the test that will create an instant fail situation. On the driving test, you are allowed to miss up to 30 points out of 100, and you will still pass. You can also fail the test by a violation of the law, like speeding or doing a dangerous action, like running over a curb. The first activity on the test will be reversing the car. I will ask you to back the car straight back for a distance of 60 feet, then I will say, stop the car. If your car has a backup camera and screen, then it is perfectly legal for you to look at the screen in your car while reversing. If your vehicle does not have a backup camera and screen, then follow the guidance in this next video.
Okay, in this section we're going to talk about backing the car up. And when you go to back the car up, if you make any mistakes, in general it's going to be your fault. So as long as you're in the backing motion, realize that you're the one that's going to be held accountable if any mistakes happen. Now, on your driving test, you're going to be asked to back the car straight back for 50 feet, is what the test form says. Now, a lot of times it's not 50 feet, maybe it's just 30 feet. But you will be asked to back the car straight back without crossing the center line. So how do we get set up to do this? Well, normally we're going to drive with our hands at 10 and 2. But when we go to back the car up, we're going to take typically our left hand, slide it up here to 12 o'clock, and you can take your right hand and put it down here. And I think it's very helpful to rotate your body so you got a nice look out the back window. Okay? So we're going to put the car in reverse. I've twisted my body, and I'm going to let the car roll back and keep my foot over the brake. Okay, I can clearly look to my left, but looking to my right is difficult. So I'll look back this way, and then this way, and then this way, and this way as I back up. Now, I'm in a nice clear area here, so what I'm going to start doing, because I'm having to back up for so far, is I'm going to look behind me, my passenger mirror, and in front of me to make sure that I'm going straight. And if I sense that I'm not going straight, I can adjust the steering wheel. Okay, so I'm going to look in the front, side mirror, and out the back. And now I've gone probably about 50 feet.
Next, I will ask you to parallel park. Parallel parking is worth 9 points on the test. When parallel parking, you must signal going into the space and when leaving the space. Signaling is worth 2 points out of the 9 possible points. Once in the space, the side of your car must be between 6 and 18 inches from the curb. To get more details, please watch the following video clip.
Okay, this lesson is going to be on parallel parking. Everyone perceives parallel parking as one of the hardest things about driving, but it's really fairly simple. I've broken it down into basically 4 easy steps, okay? In this diagram, I've got drawn a car up here and a car here. We're going to try and parallel park in that space right there. Remember, the law says that you need to be 6 to 18 inches from that curb. So, here we go. Step 1, pull the car up so that you're about 18 inches to 24 inches from this front car. And the corner of this car really needs to be roughly in the middle of our car. So step 1 is positioning. Step 2, I call the 3 R's. You're going to put your right turn signal on, turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, so steering wheel right, and then you're going to put the car in reverse. And then step 3, we're going to take our foot off the brake and let the car roll around until we're at about a 45-degree angle with the curb. So step 3 involves moving the car into this position right here so that we're at a 45-degree angle with this curb. Now, step 4, stop the car, turn steering wheel to the left. So now our car is going to arc in here like this. So we should finish in this position right here, 6 to 18 inches from the curb. In this entire process, leave your foot over the brake. You want to move the car into the space in a very slow and controlled kind of way. These are all the secrets to parallel parking, and if you'll follow the formula, you'll end up in the parallel parking space of your choice every time.
Speeding will result in an instant fail. Please look for the speed limit signs when you start down a road. The speed limit in a neighborhood is 30 miles per hour. I'll expect you to drive no more than 30 when traveling down these streets. When making right turns, please stay in motion. Do not stop before making a right turn unless there are pedestrians or a traffic signal or sign demanding you to stop, or you are at a T intersection. When making left turns, please do not stop before making a left turn unless there is oncoming traffic or a traffic signal or sign demanding you to stop, or you are at a T intersection. When approaching a stop sign, I'm expecting the following actions to happen. Give your signal if you are turning. Next, check the rearview mirror in your car. If you are turning right, angle your car to the right, and the front end of your car should not be past the stop sign, so your car comes to a complete stop before the stop sign. Once the car is stopped, stay stopped for 2 seconds. Then, if you cannot see, move your car forward until you can see. Once you can see, look left, right, left. If it is clear, please go. If you are turning left at the stop sign, keep the side of your car parallel to the center line. Imagine a center line is there if a painted line does not exist. Again, stop your car in front of the stop sign. Once clear, move forward and make your left turn without cutting through the turn. T intersections seem to be a huge source of trouble for many test applicants. Please watch the following video to get a firm understanding of these requirements. If you do not follow this, then failing the test becomes a possibility.
In this picture, we see an example of a T intersection. It is called a T intersection because the street with the red line on it dead ends into the cross street with the blue line, forming the image of the letter T. The driver on the red street that dead ends must stop, whether there is a stop sign there or not, and then must turn left or right. Going straight is not an option. What you're about to see are all the correct steps that should happen at a T intersection. At a T intersection, the cross traffic on the blue street has the right-of-way, and the red street that dead ends must stop. The driver in the van will show a correct left turn signal, yield to the cross traffic on the blue street, and once it's clear, will make a left turn.
Another segment of the test involves traffic lights. If the traffic light is red, you must stop no matter what. Then if I ask you to make a right at the traffic light, if the traffic light is red, come to a complete stop, look in the relevant areas at the intersection, and if you determine it is clear, please go. There are no signs on the test that forbid you from making a right turn at a red light after stopping. If you are making a right turn, don't forget to angle your car to the right. Please watch the following clip to get a strong understanding of intersections with traffic lights.
When approaching a red light and we want to make a right-hand turn, we must stop first out of the pedestrian crosswalk. We let our car roll forward, looking to the left to see if it's clear. We also have to check traffic over where the white SUV is and the Corvette in front of us, because the Corvette in front of us could make a U-turn. Now clearly the white SUV is coming through because he has the right of way over us as well. So again, we check back to our left, across the way for the left-hand turners, the U-turn possibility for the Corvette. It's clear, now we can go.
The last piece of advice has to do with your actions as you go through intersections. On the test, it is referred to as approach to intersections. As you travel through an intersection where you have the right-of-way, please look to your left and right as you travel through the intersection. Ideally, you would also lift your foot off of the gas and cover the brake. Covering the brake means putting your foot over the brake without activating the brake. It is recommended to do this in case a reason to stop should happen as you are going through the intersection. The state is assuming that the reason will come from the crossing street. In other words, the cars on the cross street may not stop, so they are wanting you to be prepared to stop. Please remember, do not stop or even tap the brakes in this situation unless there's a reason to do so. This part of the test is worth 12 points. So look left, right, left as you approach and go through an intersection. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask those of me before we start the test. Good luck on your driving test.